Uh-oh. Hey, Jeremiah, Bo is in with Fraulein. That wasn't the plan. Somebody must have left the electric fence off. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Roots and Refuge Farm. It is a early, foggy summer morning, and I am heading out to milk my goats a little earlier than usual because I'm trying to get over to the state farmers market this morning. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about that. And I just walked out and saw Bocephus the bull in a yard he's not supposed to be in with a heifer he's not supposed to be with. So, thankfully, when it comes to farm things going wrong, this isn't as bad as it could be. Fraulein is one of our heifers. She's a Jersey heifer, and she is 17 months old, so she's old enough to breed. We were going to wait till 18 months old, and we were going to take her over to our friend's house. They have a Dexter bull, and our hope was to breed her under a Dexter to get that cross, because I would really love to get a Jersey Dexter heifer, just to experiment just kind of what that milking mix does. But alas, it does not appear Fraulein is going to be the one, because she is licking up on Bocephus right now, and the fence is laid over. It appears he helped himself. In other words, her milkshake literally brought the boy to the yard. You leading the way, Zucchini? Here on the left is Christmas Carol. That's one of our mixes between the Jersey and Bo, the Devon. And she's lovely. We just wanted to try something different. It's okay. Jeremiah's not gonna like that. He had other things he wanted to do with his Saturday. The first thing he wanted to do was not get out of bed early. But here he is. It is a little funny. Okay, it's not funny, but, you know, what do you do? Well, I guess we'll see if she goes back into heat or not, and we'll know whether he was successful. Good morning, girls. So if you'll notice, Fern is down here in this stall, because the other day, as the tropical storm sat over our house, she decided that would be a good time to have this little girl. So we named her Debbie. Say hello, Debbie. Little Debbie. Hey, girls. Alright, so the bull being in here was an unforeseen complication, which is going to require attention. I was going to shoot a video and chat while I milked. I'm not going to do that. I will catch you guys up at the farmer's market. I got to get through this, or else all the good stuff's going to be gone by the time I get there. Alright, we just got to the state farmer's market. There's Ezra. There's Ben leading the way. We're going to come in and see what we can find. Now my little cart, I have a wagon, and it had a bunch of dirt daubers nested in it. So we're gonna just make trips. Thankfully I got a close parking spot. We'll just make trips if we find anything that we feel like we need. Hey look, there's plants.
Now I'm wrong about plants. Sorry, farmer's market, you ran out of plants.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Can't believe people have cabbage. don't need any of these. Look at those massive eggplants. It's huge. Alright, we got a basket of peaches. We've found a basket of green apples, which, what are we going to do with that, Ezra?
We're gonna make pie.
Pie. And these just look so good.
We got some really nice looking black.
Look at those. Look at that thing. That's awesome.
Huge and very ripe.
So the corn is a little tempting too, because we don't have that at home. I'm growing sweet corn, I typically don't. And that's a little tempting, but the reason I'm not getting corn is because with that basket of peaches and apples, that's gonna give me a good deal to process, and I still have a ton of our own okra coming in, and the corn will grow for a little bit longer. So I should be able to come here in a couple weeks and get corn once our okra's petering out, and then I'll have time to do something with it. Okay, it's a couple days after the first half of this video, and it's been eventful the last couple of days. We had to have the vet out for Fern. She had the baby and retained her placenta, and went down on Sunday night, and so the vet came yesterday, gave her medicine and treated her. She has been moving around some, so I feel pretty confident she's going to make a full recovery. So I'm kind of doing some research into what could potentially cause that, if there's something that we need to be doing differently. And then last night I was grilling and I looked up and I'm like, wow, there's a lot more small white spots in the sheep paddock than there were earlier today. And I went up there and one mama had twins and another one was halfway through laboring. So I actually got to see a baby be born on her farm. Let's go up there and check. There was one more mama that's still...
She looked like she was in the
she's very, very close. It's the one that keeps turtling, like getting stuck on her back. And I was watching her and I think she may have been an early labor. So we're gonna go see if that was true. Here are the ones that were born yesterday. Everybody's looking good this morning. So we have two sets of boy-girl twins here. So we've had 6 lambs in the last week, and it's three ram lambs and 3 ewe lambs, which is good. So this mama that is due, goodness, look at it, look at that. She is so swollen, and her bag is so full. That's exciting, huh?
We are multiplying.
I know, I was out here yesterday, I started counting. And we started 2 years ago with the 2 original ewe lambs. And then this last winter we bought 4 ewes and 1 ram.
Yeah.
So then there were 7. And now we currently, all on the farm, have 16 because of all of the babies.
And there's still...
And there's one more mama that's still... And she's definitely got multiples, at least 2. It could just be 2, because all these other mamas looked huge and nobody had triplets, but she is so wide. And I feel like I remember the lady telling me that some of these have had triplets before, but twins is pretty common, and we'll definitely get twins out of her, which is going to put us at 18. So that's pretty crazy.
And of course the one that's, what do you call it, turtling?
Turtling is the one who hasn't had the baby yet, yeah.
So now we've got to keep coming out.
Yeah, so we're still having to keep a close eye. She's got to be close. She's so swollen. That's her in the middle right there. You can see her big old udder. See, she just did it again where she just kind of squatted and peed a little bit. And it may just be that she's super pregnant. Here she is. But I was watching her last night and she was doing that pretty repeatedly, which a lot of times can be a sign of early labor. So sheep are relatively hands-off. Several of you have suggested to me to watch Sandy Brock, and I actually have watched her videos quite a bit. Back whenever I was like first wanting to get into sheep, I watched her a lot, and I have, you know, on days that were like rainy days or sick days, I've like caught up on her videos, so I don't spend a lot of time watching anything. But right now, you know, obviously we have all these babies. We have these sheep, they're St. Croix, and we got them to raise for meat. Now this is a multi-purpose breed. They're not fiber animals, they're hair sheep, and so you can kind of see they blow their coats every year and shed everything. But they also can be milked. None of the ones I currently have are handled enough that I could milk them. Maybe Tilly and Ramona. Maybe after we handled them so much when they were little, they at least come up to me and let me pet them, but the others don't. I had thought this year about taking some of the ewe lambs and handling them a lot and seeing if I could get to the point of milking them, but decided to err on the side of being realistic with my time. We already have plenty of milk with our goats and cows, and it wasn't enough of a priority, but I may do that in the future. Right now we definitely have lambs to put in the freezer at the end of the season, and now I'm just deciding if I want to like retain any of the ewes, if I want to sell them, because obviously with 6 mamas that gives us a lot of lambs every year. It looks like our count this year, if this other mama has twins, we will have had 11 babies this season, which is a lot. So I don't know that I necessarily need to keep any baby ewes. I don't know that I want to keep growing. I don't want it to become overwhelming. So just decisions being made. Right now when they're all so cute and small, I want to keep all of them. But realistically, you know, I want to have a system that makes sense. Either way, it sure is enjoyable. I've been up here a lot just sitting and watching them. I saw them last night while I was grilling and cooking dinner. I came up here and checked on everybody. And then after we finished dinner, I came back up here and sat for probably 45 minutes or so and just watched them. Now they're starting to spring around and it's fantastic. So one more mama on labor watch. It's a good thing I want to be up here a lot because with her getting stuck on her back, I have to check up here very frequently. Maya, you're just sitting there watching them smiling.
She's trying to nurse off of her auntie.
She's trying to nurse off her auntie. I've heard they kind of do bounce around.
Not what I can tell.
Really? She wouldn't let her?
No, she keeps kicking.
Yeah.
Also, she keeps the unborn one.
Yeah, the one that's still pregnant?
Yeah, she keeps kicking off other ones too.
Yeah, that's good. You know what? Whenever it's a foggy summer morning and I'm up here watching all of the lambs and wanting to take lots of pictures because the light is lovely, I just think like, this is exactly what I dreamed of when I wanted to farm. This moment right here. I didn't dream of calling the vet out for a retained placenta, I have to admit that. And administering medication and being nervous and watching around the clock for sheep getting turtled and risking their lives. You know, all the other stuff.
Gotta paint the clear picture. Didn't
dream of all of that. That came with this beautiful picturesque moment, and it's worth it.
But even that comes with its own placenta.
We're standing here and there's a placenta on the ground from yesterday. Thank you guys for hanging out with us
That
today.
usually doesn't make the Instagram reel.
No.
Look at these beautiful sheep. Placenta!
We bless you guys. Until next time.